Hello friends, and welcome back to another coffee chat today for the month of May. I'm gonna be honest, this morning I was typing up emails and I did one talking about like things you want to do in your class in May. And so I like made this little like poem with like, you know, it's gonna be May. And as I was typing it, I was like, wait a second, it's gonna be May. I need a coffee chat, don't I? So here we are. We're gonna have a quick coffee chat. In this video, we're gonna talk about lots of different stuff, like how sales are, some TPT updates. We're gonna talk about things that you should be doing, about taking breaks. Yes, I know, crazy concept. First, let's get some coffee. I will not tell you what number coffee this is today because you will be depressed. I am, however, gonna give Nyla a treat because I took her squeaky toys away this morning because I was like, oh, I'll put her in a kennel. She'll forget about them by the afternoon, but she just saw them and now she's going to like lose her whole entire mind. So let me show you my outfit, make some coffee and give her a treat, and then let's get down to it. Okay, so here's today's outfit. This shirt is new. It's really nice because it's like a t-shirt material, but it's like super cute and not a t-shirt like fit. So it's really comfy. These are my favorite Amazon pants. They're like the only ones I ever wear. I have them in like 6 colors. But if we're honest, I really only wear the navy. And then I have these Crocs. I think I talk about them in a vlog that I haven't put up yet, so I'll get to work on that. But they are the comfiest sandals ever in my life. Like, first of all, they're not the cutest sandals ever in my life, but they're like 2.5 inches of squish. They are amazing. They are amazing. I do go up like a half size in Crocs. I think they don't have half sizes is the problem. So I go up because I've had some that like I went down and it did not work out well. So that is my story about the Crocs, because I'm sure you cared. I will link those things down below. I'm gonna make some coffee, some iced coffee, I think, because I'm not in the mood for hot coffee. So, iced coffee it is. Give her a treat, and then we shall chat. Get down. I think she thinks I'm like hiding her toy actively because she keeps like sniffing around. Y'all, this dog. Plots. Okay, no, you're not plotting anymore. Okay. Have you heard Tolly bark? It's because she thinks that if she barks, she gets what she wants. Which is true because we always tell her to bark because she doesn't normally bark. I can take my shoes off now that I showed you those. All right, let's go. Alrighty, we have some iced coffee. Need more ice. And we have a list. I actually bothered to bring it home. Half the time I make a list for what I'm gonna talk about and then I leave it at school. And that's where we are. First of all, okay, first, not on my list, but one thing I wanted to ask is opinions. Because I got asked to make some videos about like motivation, and I filmed one yesterday and I was going to put it on to my regular, you know, like where we talk TPT YouTube channel. And then I was like, oh, but I feel like this might work better in the TPT, the Becca Davis vlogs. Like it just might work better because kind of over there has been kind of morphed into like more productivity and planning and like that kind of stuff. And I feel like it should go over there now. And so I just don't know. I don't know what to do. And so let me know your thoughts down below. I'm not sure. You know, sometimes they like overlap and I don't know what to do with each one. Anyway, for today, first things first, I wanted to apologize for, on behalf of the Nyla, for the last coffee chat because the squeaks got really out of hand. She's just really high maintenance, y'all. And so when I take away her toy, she like loses her mind. And so I've been experimenting with some different things to help her not realize that I have taken away her loud toys. So I'm working on it. I apologize. That's all I got. Anyway, let's get down into business. First of all, I gotta go do a Facebook Live. And remind me to not ever do Facebook Lives again because they're stupid and I hate having to be somewhere at a certain time. Please hold. All right, here we are, back again. I have fed the dog, so hopefully that'll keep Nyla quiet for at least, you know, a minute or two. Where were we? Oh, just at the beginning because we didn't get through anything. Okay, so April. I would love to know how your April went, so leave that down below. A couple of TPT updates. One is that TPT has not been promoting school access quite as much since the IXL merger. And that doesn't mean it's like going away, obviously, but they're not promoting it quite as much. So all the people who were concerned about them turning TPT into a subscription-based service, I'm hoping, cross my fingers, that's not a thing. They did actually specifically say that was not the goal, and they like the marketplace aspect of TPT, but you know, just keep an eye out. And then the other thing is that personalized search is gone. They took it away. They went back to the old search. So all of that, you know, conundrum is not available anymore. And I would not be surprised if it came back one day, but hopefully in a better situation. But for now it's gone and they've taken it off and we're back to the old search terms. So I'm super curious to see how that affects everything. It's not the best time of year personally, like for me to see growth. People have asked like, did I see, you know, enormous growth when personalized search went away? No, I didn't. Honestly, I didn't notice a big uptick in sales with personalized search. I didn't notice a big downtick in sales now that it's gone. I don't notice a big uptick now that it's gone. Downtick, like I just don't notice anything that I can directly attribute to that. Like my sales have seemed pretty much consistent to what they usually are. That being said, personally, I find that my sales go down in April, down in May, and then to almost nothing in the summer, percentage wise. My nothing now is much different than my nothing was a few years ago, but percentage wise it goes way, way, way down. So just FYI, if yours goes down and then down and then down, like don't be stressed about that. I did hit a little bit above last year recently, which is good, especially because we did not have the sale during April like we did last year. We had it during May, but it wasn't like monumentally super exciting. So in general, sales have been down from previous months, but that's to be expected. At least in my store, that's pretty normal. Anyway, if anyone has anything that sells during the summer, let us know down below because I'm very curious about this. Also, since summer is coming, reminder, I try to remind you every year, if you rely on your TPT income, make sure that you save some income now for the summer. I think next year I'm actually gonna like open a separate savings account and like put money every single month into it for the summer. I haven't been that strategic before, but I think next year that might be something I try. For now, I'm just trying to like make sure that I, you know, adjust things accordingly so that we are all good, because we've actually switched from living off of my teaching income to living off of my TPT income and using my teaching income to like pay off debt and put money in savings and stuff like that. So that's been a big shift, and it's been kind of a weird thing that we started in about like October, and so this will be the first summer kind of going through that. So I've been really brainstorming like how I can make sure that I have enough money to continue that, and obviously I still have my teaching salary, so like it's there if I need it, but still it's we're like trying to basically pretend that it's not, I'm not quitting teaching before anyone asks. There we are. One thing I thought that I would share, my April has been finishing up the Centers course. I did like a slow rollout where I did, you know, each week you got a little bit more, which was really nice for me because I didn't have to have everything ready immediately. So I've been working on that for most of April, and that's pretty much it. The first week I was on a cruise, which was glorious. I'm not on a cruise, but I have my dog, so there's that. One thing I thought I would start sharing is the books that I've read, because I really want to talk more about books. I've always wanted to talk about books. Even when I first started my blog, I have like blog posts for my first year of blogging that I like did like a year of all the things that I read that year, which I ended up stopped doing because it was like a music blog and that was weird, but I want to bring more of that back. So I thought one good place to do that would be to talk about books that I've finished here on the Coffee Chats. So let's see, what have I actually finished? I keep track of my books in my bullet journal. I have like my little bookshelf situation, and then I've been color coding the books. So I'll show you what I mean by that. if I can find it. There it is. Okay, so I have like little books on the bookshelf, and so I color them in when I'm finished with them in a different color for each month. So my April books, oh, I only finished 2 in April. That's depressing. I'm trying to hit 3 every month. Yeah, I'll go with that. I don't think I read any of these other ones in April. Okay, I'm at 2 for April. And so my 2 from April are Lady Clementine and then Carnegie's Maid, which are both by Marie Benedict. I read them both on my Kindle, which is why I'm not showing them to you. But I have wanted to read Carnegie's Maid, was the one that like kind of caught my attention a really long time ago, and it's been sitting on my Amazon wishlist forever. But with my Kindle, you have Prime Reading, so if you're on Prime, then you get like, basically you can like rent books essentially, and they swap every couple of months for which ones you have access to, and there's been quite a few on there that are actually on my wish list. So I saw Carnegie's Maid was on there for free, essentially, because it included my subscription, and so I was like, oh great. So I read that one, and then I saw Lady Clementine. Carnegie's Maid is a historical fiction about a maid who was Carnegie's mom's maid. She's not a real character. And then I saw that the same lady had one about Lady Clementine. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be Clementine. It looks like Clementine, but Lady Clementine, Miss Churchill. And that's a historical fiction as well, but based off of an actual person, Miss Churchill, Churchill's wife. And so those 2 were so good. I'm actually reading a 3rd book also by the same lady now, so I'll let you know that in the next one once I finish that one up. So I thought it would just be fun, you know, to share them here. I blew through those 2 as well, so I would highly recommend them. They're really well written, really well researched, really interesting, really fun. Like, just blew through them. Read them on my Kindle. I've been obsessed with my Kindle. I think I'm gonna make a video about how much I love my Kindle. But yeah, I am working on some nonfiction. I always have fiction and nonfiction going at the same time. I'm not super into the nonfiction I'm reading right now, which is why it's been a whole month and I haven't finished it. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so that's where we are here on the book side of things. I think I want to do more like book review videos and all that kind of stuff. So let me know your books you've read and anything that you would like to see from me. Next up kind of goes off of that, and that is that April was kind of keeps trying to drink my coffee. Look, non-squeaky bowl. April was not April, more like March. Last year, if you remember, the end of the year got really stressful and really overwhelming, and I got really close to that like line of burnout essentially. And so this year I've been really intentional about not hitting that. And in March, I really started to like creep towards that. Like, I started noticing things that I noticed last year, and last year I didn't know what it was, and this year I could recognize that. I was like, oh, I'm tired, oh, I'm overwhelmed, oh, I need to stop. And so 2 things I want you to know about that. Number 1 is, we talked about burnout in a video recently, but if you've ever been close to burnout, really psychoanalyze yourself and figure out what are your particular signs of burnout, because mine are very different than other people's. And so mine is like getting to the point where like I just don't want to do anything, and I just feel tired all the time, and like just massively overwhelmed by everything. Like, those kind of feelings are what it is for me. And so being like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do, I'm so overwhelmed, but I'm so tired and I don't want to do anything, I just want to lay on the couch. Those are all things for me. And so I started kind of noticing those feelings and being like, okay, we need to adjust. And because I noticed all those feelings, I have been adjusting, and so I've been trying to be much more careful about taking breaks, about not working so much, especially like once I got the course finished. That was kind of my like, I just need to get this course finished, and then once the course is finished, then we can kind of chill out a little bit. So honestly, I haven't done that much in April. Once I got the course finished, I have been working a little bit, but just much slower, much less pressure on myself about finishing everything in a certain amount of time, and trying to actually like take breaks. So like on Mondays when I come home and I'm home for like an hour and then I go to choir, I'm trying to like not do anything. And then like I'm trying to take the weekends off, but to be fully honest, it's Friday and I don't have the video edited for this Sunday, and I really don't want to do it today. So I'm debating whether I should do it today or if I should just work on the weekend and do it, you know, tomorrow. But I just really don't want to. So I'm still thinking about that one. We'll see, and I have to edit this video at some point too. So I might have failed for this weekend, but last weekend was really nice, not working at all, and being much more intentional. So like looking forward to next week, I'm like, I need to be much more intentional about making sure I get things done so that I don't have to worry about it, and so that I make sure I don't have to do it over the weekend, and just really being intentional about all of that. And I am trying to work less during the week. So like a lot of times I'll work after dinner. This week I only worked one night after dinner. That was last night because I wanted to and I felt like I should. And you know, just kind of being a little more chill, coming home and like taking a few minutes to myself before I jump into my laptop. But a few, like 30, you know, if I can, just depending on what's going on. But this is your reminder that you might also need to take a break. Don't wait until summer, because, you know, it might get worse before it gets better. Actually, we know it'll get worse before it gets better, because I don't know about y'all, but the children are bouncing off the walls. Whew, we were testing this week. They like tested them, and then they gave them ice cream, and then they sent them to me, and I was like, no, this is not gonna work. Not gonna work. So you might need extra breaks. Looking forward into the summer though, I have a few things scheduled. I'm still working out like what I want to work on. I will, you know, see and adjust about that. I am, however, speaking at conferences. So I'm speaking at the TPT conference. I need to find out if I'm going in person or not pretty soon. I'm also speaking at the the Teacher Seller, I want to say. I think it's the Teacher Seller Summit. I'm really excited for that one because I was looking at the sessions and there's a lot of things that I want to see. And it's really specifically like my sessions about TPT. Some of the sessions are about TPT, but a lot of it is non-TPT stuff. So it's like talking about you selling on your own website and doing courses and like doing other things that are not TPT, which is, you know, exciting. Because although I love TPT, I would also like I like a well-rounded business, and I don't like relying on one thing solely for my income. I always ask for Q&A topics, and y'all asked so many questions. I feel like we need to do another Q&A, but like we just did a Q&A. Like it hasn't even been a month. So I'm like, it has not been enough time, but I will answer a little bit. Pinterest, I'm intentionally not talking about yet because I want to make sure that all my things that I'm putting in place are working before we talk about it. So that's why I've been avoiding Pinterest questions, because I've been waiting. Do you see an uptick in sales after personalized search was gone? No. I don't really notice it either way, so I don't know if it's going better. And y'all, people keep asking me about that chat. I don't even know what chat GTI? I thought it had a P in it. I don't know. Whatever that AI thing is. And like, how are you using this in your business? I don't know who you think you're talking to, but I am not actually that techie. Like, yes, I'm on the internet. Yes, I can edit my videos enough to post them on here. Not super well. Yes, I can make some products, but like I am not a like techie person. None of that is in my wheelhouse. So one, no, I haven't touched it because it's not the sort of thing that even appeals to me, like to be interesting. Two, my brain is full. I told my husband that the other day. I was like, my brain is full. If I try to cram anything else in my brain, if I have to remember anything, if I have to think about anything, if I have any appointments, like I cannot take anything else. I cannot think about anything else until the summer comes. Like I was talking to one of the girls that teaches children's church with me, and I want to paint the children's church, but I was like, I can't even think about what I want. I can't even think about it right now. We'll deal with it in summer. And she was like, I understand. So that's my answer to all the AI stuff. No earthly idea. Hadn't even thought about using it. Maybe I'll look into it over the summer. Probably not. But there we are. I also got a question that I thought was really interesting. It said, do you ever have to coast for a few days or weeks because of a busy life and truly enjoy residual income? The short answer would be, I don't think so. I assume that that means like fully just like not doing anything, and no, I don't think I've ever done that for more than a week at a time. And when I have done that, the week has been like planned out in advance. I have had like, I haven't posted products on TPT in a while. No, I just posted one this week. Before that I didn't post anything for a while. And I have like, I've definitely decreased how much work I've been doing recently because I've been working on the course. But even when I'm really busy, really stressed, I always have that morning time. So I always make sure I'm writing emails, I'm doing pictures, like I'm doing those things. And so I always have kind of like my basics covered, and knowing what your basics are is the key to being able to be busy, because then you can be like, all right, these are the only things I actually have to do and everything else is optional. So that's my story. I'm gonna go. Bye.